Try and do it again, but we've just seen some of the athletes in the teams here. It's a tough ask, especially when you're bringing in Thompson HERAH.
Well, it's interesting. I love it when you get to the final and they, as you say, they bring in their heavy hitters. And so no matter what we saw in the heats, we don't actually know what's going to happen in the final.
And as we've just seen, you've got to get the baton to those on the later legs. Here we go then. Confirmation, the full start list for the women's 4x100m relay final. The fastest qualifiers, Nigeria in 4. The defending champions, England in 5. And never, ever write off the Jamaican sprint relay team. ELAINE 9 then, Scotland. Matheson, Rees, Malone and Spence qualified 8th for this 4x100m final. Australia, 3rd fastest in qualifying, starting lane number 8. Connolly, Masters, Beecher and Ang. India, starting lane number 7, just a few moments ago. Chand, Das, Nanda, Yaraji. And then there'll be a roar for Jamaica in 6. Their nation holds the game's record. Silver in 2018 behind England. Kemba Nelson is ready. The team from England. Second fastest in qualifying, Ashley Phillips in that World Championship squad just a few weeks ago, leading them off. Nigeria, first 2 legs for them. Lane number 3 will be Ghana. 6th fastest to qualify for this final. Boakay, Ali, Oka and Hort running for them. And there's your lineup, 43.5 seconds to qualify. St. Fort, i.e. Brito and Bertrand. So, a super men's 4x100m relay. And now our final action. Can England defend the title they won? 6/100ths of a second on that occasion. I remember long jumper Lorraine Ugan bring the baton home for the English side. Trinidad and Tobago in 2, Ghana in 3, Nigeria in 4, England in 5, Jamaica in 6, India in 7, Australia in 8 and Scotland in 9. Relay final. There's a clean start as well. Amuzan getting out nicely in lane number 4, as expected. India going well in lane number 7. Australia in lane number 8, running by Nigeria in lane number 4. All look pretty safe on the changeover, as is Pedro Philly of Nigeria. Second changeover. Here on the outside in lane 8 going well. Nigeria, though, flying round with Chuck Wuma on the third leg. For the Nigerians, a roar from her teammates. Nigeria going to take his lap. Thompson HERAH. The Jamaican superstar comes through for bronze for the Jamaican side. But 42.10 seconds. That was brilliant from Nigeria. Absolutely superb. The quartet was fast. Toby Amusan was brought in. And she got the team off. The Commonwealth champions. England pick up the silver and Jamaica the bronze.
We've been saying all week how amazing performances from the Nigerian women have been, both on the field and now in the sprints. And she was talking about what the difference is. And she said the difference is we now believe in ourselves. We believe we can compete with the rest of the world. And I think that performance by their relay team just highlights the mentality that is going through that team right now.
It's a great by the Nigerian team. And ELAINE Thompson HERAH on the final leg, passing the Australian, passing Anang on the last leg for them. Anang would have known that the fastest woman alive.
And gets around, and I think that really was what made the difference here, particularly for the Jamaicans, who didn't always have the best exchanges. It was almost like England after the first exchange and then the second exchange. That's when they kept making up their ground.
They were the 3rd fastest qualifiers there. Haven't got the raw speed, as you say, Steph, like the English team. Or really good run by the Australians there on the left of the shot. But keep an eye on Thompson HERAH. Would have known that the 4-5 metre deficit was not going to be clawed back with the flying Nigerian. But Thompson HERAH, in the final few strides, picks up the bronze for Jamaica.
So in this race, ELAINE would have won her 3rd medal at the Commonwealth Games back in 2022. So if y'all haven't checked out the 1 and 200 meters, y'all can just go ahead and check the videos on this channel. But this was an exciting race. Jamaica did not finish first as many thought they would have, despite Jamaica not bringing a strong team. And this was the Commonwealth Games 2022. And as we know, there's no Team USA because USA is not a part of the Commonwealth countries. So the top nations would have been Great Britain, Jamaica, Nigeria. That's it. However, Jamaica did not have the likes of Shelley and Fraser Price nor Shericka Jackson like they did at the World Championships around that same time. Because normally with the Commonwealth game is not seen as big as the World Championships or the Olympics. So you'll see just a few top athletes competing, not all of them. So in that case, Jamaica had a weaker team than what competed at the World Championships. But ELAINE was in tip-top shape because she had just won the 100 meters. Then she went back and won the 200 meters. So many was expecting her to at least get the baton closer to any one of those anchoring athletes. And we know she would have done the damage. Well, she did do a bit of damage, as we saw, because she got the baton in around 4th or 5th place. And she ended up coming 3rd. That ankle leg was so monstrous. If it was a bit longer, I'm sure ELAINE would have catch all of them. But she was only able to get Team Jamaica into 3rd spot. And that sprinting alone was tremendous because Jamaica wasn't doing that well throughout the relays, as y'all can see. The baton passes weren't the smoothest, and of course the sprinting wasn't at the top, because when you have Great Britain with a stronger team, Nigeria with a stronger team, they dominated the race. But once ELAINE got the baton, she just sprinted, made sure that those athletes that competed in the 4x100 gets to go home with a medal. And that's how ELAINE was running in 2022. 2023, it then went downhill for her as it in regards to her injury, her Achilles injury that has been bothering her for years. And ever since that, she has not recovered. 2024 was like the worst season for her because she ran 1 or 2 races, but did not get to compete at the Jamaica trials to go to the Olympics to defend her title. And as we know, she was back-to-back Olympic champion in both 100 and 200 meters. And it was so disastrous that she did not get to even compete at the national trials to see if she could book her spot. And then she just called it quits for the entire season. But now she is with a new coach. She's training in America, so we are waiting to see what happens in 2025 for her. Can she deliver a comeback? We just have to wait. But feel free to leave y'all thoughts on this one in the comments.